Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show right here on TV 33, WHPR, Comcast 20 in Detroit. And if you want to call in, you may at 313-868-0342, 868-0351. Catch us on the web at www. Three W's, TV33WHPR.com. And I have an interesting show for you this morning, a very interesting. And we're doing community and everything this morning. And I'd like to first tell you that the workshop that Dr. Rose and I had went very, very well, and I'd like to thank Rose for coming, one of our viewers. She came to the show, to the workshop, and we had a real good time. And we'll be offering another one in the coming months, so look out for that. And I'd like to introduce my first guest to you. My first guest is Miss Sheila Clay. Mrs. Clay, how are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. And she is the CEO of the Neighborhood Service Organization, NSO, and a lot of us have heard about that. And we have some exciting news and everything about, well, first let's talk about what Neighborhood Service Organization is.
Thank you for having me on the show first, and I'm so
Thank you for
glad to be here
coming,
with you.
sorority sister,
Yes,
soror.
that's right. Neighborhood Service Organization is a very large, diverse human service agency that really provides a vast array of services: mental health, addiction treatment. With a suicide prevention center for the county.
Excellent.
We work with at-risk youth and just got a new youth workforce development program, and also
Oh,
another
really?
youth
Well,
program.
tell me about that.
Well, it's a new program, and it's really to help youth get employment and learn work-related skills, not just for the summer, but year-round. And so we
Okay.
get them ready so that they're ready to start to get summer jobs.
So, filling out applications, resumes,
And
things
how
like that?
how are you responsible reporting to work on time?
Absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
and all the work ethics and the leadership training that goes with that. So that program is there, and then we have another youth program that's just getting ready to get started.
My goodness.
Regarding helping making sure that our kids graduate.
Oh, well, that's excellent because only the educated are free.
Thank you.
You
That's
know?
right.
I mean, really. And how do people find out or get involved or seek help with this organization?
They can go on our website at www, another three W's, .nso-mi.com, .org, .org, or call us at 313-961-4890. There is a volunteer section on the website, so if you're interested in volunteering, you just have to click that. We've got a lot of volunteer opportunities because we have even more people that we serve than I just described just now.
Well, where's the main headquarters?
We just moved. We're very excited. NSO is renovated, and we're still in the renovation stage of the former yellow. People know it as the Yellow Pages building. That's on Oakland Boulevard. You remember the big Yellow Pages sign that was on the top of the building? We started renovating that building in 2011. We've been
Right.
working on it for years, but we
Right.
actually started the renovation. Half of the building is permanent housing for adults who were homeless. We have 155 one-bedroom apartments in
I
one half.
remember because you were on the show and
Talking
you talked about it. And did you have more people apply than could get in?
Oh, we have a waiting list now.
Oh, my goodness.
And so one half of the building is for individuals who were homeless and were living in shelters. They were living under a freeway viaduct. We moved them straight from that setting into these apartments. The other half of the building, in August, NSO moved its headquarters into the other half of the
Oh,
building.
okay.
So now my office is located in the former Michigan Bell building, along with 200 of my 300 staff.
Oh, my goodness. I remember I had friends who got jobs at that building when I was coming up back in the day, back in the sure enough day. But everybody knows that building, you
Yes.
know. It's right near Grand River in Oakland.
Yeah, it's really right there near Dexter. It's closer to Dexter and Linwood, and
Oh,
because you can
that
see,
building?
yeah, because when you're going north on the Lodge,
Oh,
you
that
would see the
building, yes,
the big
that
Yellow
one,
Pages
yes,
building.
the
This
Yellow
tower
Pages.
is really over the
Right,
freeway.
right,
That's the
right.
building that we purchased, and it's a $52 million project. We still have some work that still needs to be done, so we're still raising money so we can complete the renovations inside of the building. And our other partner, we're one of the big anchors now in what we call the Hope Village Initiative with Focus Hope. So NSO and Focus Hope are really the two big
Yeah,
anchor
yeah,
agencies
yeah,
there.
right in that. Well, tell me this. Now, once you move the homeless people in, what do they do? I mean, do they just stay in their apartment or do you have them doing things? Or
Oh.
let me know, let me know.
Understand that this was an effort to restore lives and really reintegrate people back into the community. So first you take care of what I consider basic needs that a human being has. To tell someone who may be living on the street, who may have a mental illness or even addiction problem, that you have to go get treatment, and you have to be psychiatrically stable, or you have to be off of drugs or whatever before we'll house you. We don't believe, that's not our philosophy.
Okay.
Our philosophy is house them first. Then you work on all the issues that drove them into homelessness in the first place. Because sometimes it's not either one of those. It could be that we had an economic crisis. We have a lot of people who were homeless, not
Yes,
because they did
due
anything
to the
themselves,
economy.
the economy. So once they get in, and we've kind of taken care of, you have a roof over your head, and they're moving into fully furnished apartments. We had
They're
everything.
furnished
They're
also.
completely furnished. We put everything in there, including their a toothbrush and toothpaste. All they had to bring were their clothes. It was really important to me that if you're going to give people a new start, it be new, and everything was new. I wouldn't accept anything at that point that was something that someone else was discarding. We wanted it to be new, and so we have individuals in that building who are in job training programs.
Great, great.
Some have gone back to school.
Oh,
Some are
fantastic.
employed. We have people who are now in treatment so they can get themselves back together so they can, participate in employment and
And they have
education.
a sense of pride
Oh,
about where
absolutely.
they live.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
vested interest.
Absolutely.
And that's important to give people that. It makes them feel like a woman or a man, you know?
And what's so wonderful is they have a place that they can invite their family to
Isn't
come
that
and
something?
visit,
Yeah.
their children to come and visit, because now they have a home. And it's wonderful to watch the sense of community that they are building within the building, but also they're integrated into the community outside that building, because this is where they live now. So we are just happy, ecstatic to see what we envisioned absolutely come to life now.
All of those initiatives. All of those initiatives. Now, I wanted to ask you about one more thing. There's so much that I could ask you about before we get to the main point, but suicide prevention.
Yes.
Now, what if somebody knows that somebody might be teetering? How can they encourage that person to get help? What would you tell somebody who knows that a family member is a little unstable?
Well, we don't want them to try to test that out. We have the suicide prevention line is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can call and talk to trained professionals on the phone who can guide you through that process. And what we encourage people is to never take for granted or dismiss someone who makes any comment about taking their life, or I don't want to be here anymore, or don't take that lightly. And you need to make the call and to let us help you get them the help that they need. But sometimes people just say, "Oh, they didn't mean that," and they ignore, and that's a sign and a symptom in itself that somebody's even thinking about taking their life. So that's the first line, is to not dismiss the signal that you think, and even if you think you may be
young
wrong,
people
call
too.
anyway.
Young people also.
Oh, absolutely.
Young people also, because I had a gentleman on whose son had committed suicide at 23, I
Okay.
think, you know. And I was just wondering, do you get calls from people who are thinking about it and
Yes.
everything?
We
And,
have calls to people who are thinking about it, people who maybe even have a plan, and we also get calls from people who are concerned. And so they can call our 313-224-7000. It is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trained professionals on those phone lines to help people who are either thinking about it. Because normally, if you call us, if you're thinking about suicide and you call us, you're asking us to help you stop
right,
that process.
absolutely.
And if you know someone who is that you suspect is thinking and you don't know what to do, call us.
Okay. Now, right now, you have an initiative going.
Yes, I do.
Why don't you tell the audience about that?
Our initiative, as I said earlier, the Bell building that we have developed is still under some construction, but we've had to slow it down because we have run out of money. The Kresge Foundation issued a challenge grant to NSO that if we could raise $750,000, they would award us $500,000. This is $500,000. So that challenge grant ends on December 31 of this year, and so we're a little about $100,000 shy of reaching that goal, and we just really believe that we're going to get there.
So, what can we in the community do to help you out?
Give. And so what we're asking people to do is to go onto our website at www.nso-mi.org, and you will see the link to see my impact, or you'll see the link to the Kresge Challenge, and we want you to click that. And if and a lot of people, your job has a matching fund
Right.
that you can double your donation. Also,
And these are tax deductible,
absolutely
right?
tax deductible. Also, if you really want to be a champion in terms of helping us raise that money, you can set up, and we can help you set up your own page where you send that page out to your friends with your photo on it, asking to help us in
Really?
this process. Yes, and we will help you set that
How will
page
we
up
do that? We go to your website again?
and
or-
say that you want to be one of the champions, and we will help you set the page up, and you can send that out to your friends and family, and then they will help you reach the goal that you're trying to reach to help us raise that money.
Well, there's a time limit on this, isn't it?
December 31,
Oh, so you have about
a little under 3 months,
under 3 months.
with 2 holidays in the middle.
I know, and
But people are in the giving spirit.
I
so
know, and the tax deductible
Yes,
spirit,
yes.
because the fact that when you start getting your taxes done and you say, golly, I need some deductions,
Here we are.
here you are, and you think about it, it's helping the community
Absolutely.
as a whole. You're taking someone who might have ended up being a predator.
Yes.
You're taking them off the streets, you're making them substantial individuals, making them feel good about themselves and wherein they want to contribute to society as opposed to taking.
Absolutely. And plus, we took an empty building that was sitting in the city of Detroit. So we're also part of the revitalization effort that
Yes.
is occurring in the city, because we could have found land and put a brand new structure up. I didn't
Oh,
want to do that.
no.
So we really breathed life into an existing building, which now
And a good structure.
we could not have afforded to build that building
know,
again.
I
Now,
know, I
that
know.
is a seriously sound structure. And so the community who lived there already are really glad that that building is no longer abandoned.
Right.
And so you have 355 people who are in there, 200 who come to work every day, and 155 who live there. So it's wonderful for me when I leave work and it's dark, and I look up and I see lights inside the
Inside.
towers, and know that people are living here now. It is a really heartwarming feeling for me to say, we're doing this work.
Now I'm going to ask you a quick question. Do those residents have a sense of community there?
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
We have staff. We have Jesuit volunteers who
Really?
work for us for a year at a time,
Right.
and they are responsible for building the sense of community inside the building and outside the building for the people who
Excellent.
live there. Because there's a community association, the Oakland Boulevard Association. Our tenants are part of that association.
Right,
Now, this is
right.
their community, and now that we are there and that's where we work, that's part of our community too. So
Oh,
we want to
absolutely.
really, we're part of a
I
bigger
always
picture.
believe that wherever you work, you are a part of that community.
Absolutely.
And this is they do such good things. So you only have until December 31st. I want to repeat again how we can contribute, and no contribution's too small, is it?
No, no contribution is too small, and absolutely none is too large.
Oh, no.
If we get we have a sponsorship program that if we get donations of $5,000, though that donation that somebody would make, they can sponsor an apartment, and then their name goes outside the
Right,
apartment that
right.
they sponsor. We also have other corporate sponsorship opportunities for other rooms in the building because there's a computer lab, there's a library, there's a
Really?
gym, there's a
A
fitness
gym?
center, there's a gym in the building, a fitness center, and a chapel. I don't
You
separate
don't
my
have
work from my
another
faith.
apartment. I need that fitness center.
The fitness center and a rec room. And so we're really trying to, one of the things I'll say this, one of the things that we learned as we studied these projects around the country is if we don't create those common spaces inside the building, it will
Absolutely.
cause people to loiter outside the building, which I promise the community would not happen.
Thank you.
So we've got programming inside the building. We have, I call it our Starbucks on steroids, gathering area in the on the main floor where people can come and sit, drink coffee or tea and watch television and just really mingle with you. So you don't have to stay in your apartment.
That is
We
fabulous.
have activities inside the building for them, and we want to support their integration back into the community. And it's permanent housing.
And do any of these people, once they really get themselves together, do you think they'll be moving out into homes?
Oh, I absolutely hope they do. Even though it's permanent housing, I really look forward to the day where they come and say, thank you. This was something I needed at this point
More
in my
than a
life.
leg up.
But now I'm working, I'm getting reunited with my family, or I'm creating a new family, and I need more space, and I can do this now without having supports in the building with me. So
Absolutely.
those are the days that I really look forward to now.
Wow.
Yes.
Let's tell our audience once again where they can go to contribute or volunteer or.
If you would go to NSO's website at www.nso-mi.org or just call us at 313-961-4890 and ask for Denise Fagursky. We can connect you and get you hooked up with the effort we're having with the Kresge Challenge. We're grateful to Kresge for doing this for us, but it
Yes.
also, part of their goal was not only to help us financially, but help us to build our donor and volunteer base, because we don't want this to be the last time that these people connect with us.
Right.
We want to build a volunteer base of sustainable partners in the community to help us do this work. And so I know that that was one of the goals of the Kresge Foundation when they issued the challenge grant to us, but we're just $100,000 shy of our
This is
goal.
Detroit. This
Come
is
on, Detroit, help
This
us.
is Detroit. This is Detroit. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Sheila, for coming again. I mean, this is such a wonderful organization, and you're at the helm, and I congratulate you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment with Tanya, and this is quite a story. Good morning again, and welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show right here on TV 33 WHPR, Comcast 20 in Detroit. And I'd like to introduce you to my Facebook friend and now my friend, Tanya Huggins. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
And I know you've had a little trouble with your voice, but I wanted
Yes.
my audience to know about you and know about your story. I want you to see she has her face painted. You see that? It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
And Tanya,
Yes.
you learned to do that yourself, right?
Yes, I did.
But let's talk a little about your journey.
Okay.
In 2000, you're the mother of 3.
Yes.
In 2000, you learned that you had a rare skin cancer, correct?
Yes. I found out in 2000, and the doctors were baffled because they didn't know what was going on. So when I found out, they immediately did chemo because I was really sick and I didn't know it. So since then, my journey began. I've been through chemo, therapy, radiation, steroids, you name it. I've been through it.
Now, what was the prognosis initially? Did they think that it was going to spread? Did they think what?
They didn't know. By it being a very rare skin cancer, they didn't know what to do.
And where was it confined? Was it confined to a certain parts of your body?
No, it was 80% of my body.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was skin lesions, itching, you name it. I was going through it.
So how did you know initially something was wrong?
I was working at the cleaners, and I just started breaking out. And I'm like, it was not normal. So I went to receiving, and I went there, and I had all these doctors look at me. They did biopsies, and they just, they told, we'll get back to you with the results. And when they came back and told me what was going on, I was in the hospital for 5 days.
And your daughter was young.
Yes, she was my main supporter, besides my mom and my sister. But my daughter was right there. She went through everything with me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And as you, because you are a survivor.
Yes.
You are a survivor.
Yes, yes.
And tell us about your journey after you found out, after you started the chemo and so forth.
It was just on the journey to get healthy. Being a single mom, raising my daughter, and maybe about a year, everything went away. I found out I was pregnant with my second daughter. They told me it was a 50-50 chance of me having any more kids. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I get pregnant. And I have a healthy baby girl. Nothing was wrong with her. A year later, I had my son. And after that, things got a little worse.
What happened?
I started breaking out again. Lesions, just some of everything. And I'm like, Lord, this ain't it for me. I had 2 kids.
Now, you weren't able to work during this
No.
time, were you?
No. I mean, having chemotherapy, I didn't have none with my kids. So I waited till after my kids were born. And then everything just kind of went downhill. Breaking out, allergic reactions. I couldn't work. I filed for disability. They denied me. I fought back.
You did.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I found me a lawyer, and I got it.
Oh, good for you.
And that was a step up.
Yes.
It's like, okay, now that I got this help, I got insurance, let's do this.
And you were still involved in the church, right?
Yes. I was at my church home. They supported me as well, and the support of my family was awesome. I mean, going through this, it was hard, but knowing when you got support, it makes it a little bit easier.
And so, tell me about the last 4 years.
The last 4 years was the beginning of my healness. I started believing, I started reading my word, having faith, because it's a reason why I went through it. I want to be an inspiration to whoever's going through cancer, no matter what it is.
Now, what are they saying about your cancer? Is it in remission?
Yes, I'm in remission now. I haven't had chemo for about 4 months now.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, no medicine, no pills, no nothing.
Good for you.
Yes.
Now, tell us about the heart on your cheek.
Actually, it was a tumor. As you can see, it was a tumor, and it just started growing. And within the last couple of weeks, I've noticed that it's getting more in depth. So I just face painted.
Get over on this side. If she smiles, you would be able to see a heart.
Yes. To me, it's a marking of, God loves me, and I'm truly blessed to be here, to share my story with you guys. It's a hard journey, but a wonderful experience because it taught me a lot.
How are your children doing? Tell the audience.
I have 3 of the most amazing kids, and everybody know me as a supermom, but I love my kids. I have a 20-year-old. She's a assistant manager at Checkers, and she's currently in college.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, and I have a 11-year-old. She's my songstress, and my son Cameron. He's playing football. So I have three amazing kids.
How old is Cameron?
Cameron is 10. He just turned 10.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, I'm very blessed to have them too, because they're my strength, my gets it every day.
And to live for.
Yes.
Live for them and live for yourself.
Yes.
And tell us about the band.
Oh man. Another blessing. An organization called Angels of Hope. They helped my family. About a year ago, I had a car. It was going down. And he called me and he said, I want to help you. And I'm like, okay, I'm having
How
car
did he know
problems.
about you?
Somebody gave him my number. And he kept my number on the sticky
There's so
note.
many angels out
Yeah.
there, aren't there?
Yes. And he called me and he said, I want to help you. And I told him I needed a vehicle. And he said, you know what, we're going to see what we can do. And one day I was coming home from treatment and I was sick. I couldn't talk and I was laying in bed. And he called me. He said, I got some good news. And I'm like, what's going on? He said, we got a 2006 Town and Country. It's yours. Oh, I was so happy I couldn't talk, but I was hurting. All that hurting went away because I was so excited that they bought me a minivan. I didn't have to pay anything.
Well, tell the audience how you got into face painting and
face
what
painting.
made you, because obviously you've had this artistic talent.
I started one day with makeup, just drawing. I love to do my daughter's hair, which I do every day. So I do different designs. And that kind of, I started practicing on my face one day, and I just fell in love with it. And I just started from there on YouTube, looking at people do
On
it.
YouTube.
Yes. And I just started, and I found, okay, this opened up my creative side. And I was so excited, so I just started doing it. And I just got some new business cards printed up. And
Supermom faces.
yes, I have a few parties to do this coming month for Halloween. So I'm very excited on, I do voluntary work as well. I love to get back into the community. So it's fun. I love it. As you can see, I love to do it. I wear it every day.
Oh,
I
okay.
advertise. At my kids' school, I'll sit there and wait for my kids, and I'll be in their face painting.
Wow,
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
So what does your day look like every day? Tell me what a typical Supermom day
Supermom
is.
day is getting my babies ready for school. We have fun in the morning, and I'm also in school.
Are you?
I take online classes.
Oh,
I'm going to
good.
school to get my business administration degree.
goodness.
So it's just keeping me going. I'm in school, so I do classes a few hours a day, and then the rest of the day is doing face painting. I sit at my desk, my little office, and I try to come up with creative ways to do different things.
Wow, Tanya. There are some people who are fully healthy and doing nothing.
Yes.
Absolutely nothing.
Yes.
And here you are. I mean, you are not buying into the cancer.
No, that's not me.
Right.
That's not me.
Absolutely. Because you know what you have to do and determine, that spirit helps your healing.
Yes, it does. Thank you, Jesus. It does.
It does. It really helps your healing. And here you're a person who's an inspiration because people can learn to live and say, look at her.
Yes,
Look what
yes.
she's doing. And I'm fully healthy and I'm doing absolutely nothing. I mean, no, some people can start getting training online.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you don't even have to leave your house
No.
to get some training.
Nope.
And, we worry about jobs. You can create your own job.
And
That's what you did.
that's what I wanted to do in the process of going through this. And I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm dealing with this, but what am I going to do? Because when I come out of it, what am I going to do? I can't go back to work. It's been almost 14 years since I had a job. So I'm like, I need something to call my own. So here it is, I do this, and I have two beautiful, really three kids who model for me. They let me paint their face anytime I want.
I know. Quality of life issues, quality of life.
yes.
And you want to help their quality of life
Yes, yes.
and yours.
Yes, I do.
And I just think you're such an inspiration.
Thank you.
I really do. Now, if somebody's having a birthday party, because I know I'm going to call you when my daughter has my grandson's birthday party. She has one for him every year. And I said, why do you do that every year? I mean, people can.
Yeah, I stopped doing that.
I mean, every doggone year. I mean, we got to come over and look at my
Yeah,
grandson.
I stopped doing that.
But I know she's going to have it. So I'm going to have her call Supermom Faces. Tell
Yes.
the audience how they could get in touch with you.
Actually, you can get in touch with me. My email address is supermomfaces@yahoo.com.
Supermom Faces
Yes.
at yahoo.com.
Or you can call me, area code 313-926-9750.
And Halloween is coming up.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I don't know, the baby boomers don't seem to let go of Halloween. People who
Yes.
came up with me, they still into Halloween.
You should see my house.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's decorated. My kids love it. They say they love coming home.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It looks like my living room is spooky.
But there are a lot of Halloween parties, and people could get their faces painted
Yes,
for
I
that.
also, the Children's Leukemia Foundation.
Yes.
Oh my God, they have helped me and my kids tremendously. They do the Halloween parties, they do Christmas parties, and I go and volunteer and face paint for them as well.
That's wonderful.
Oh
Wonderful, wonderful. You are a fighter and definitely an inspiration. And I'm behind you 100%. I sure our audience
Thank
is.
you.
And we
Thank
will
you.
continue to pray for your,
Thank you so
your
much.
healing and everything, because you're just beautiful.
Thank you. This has been an awesome opportunity. I know I'm teary-eyed, but just thank you. I can't, and the words can't come out.
No, thank you.
Because I can't speak as
Thank
much, but
you.
thank you so much for this
Remember,
opportunity.
Tanya Supermom,
Yes.
and you can reach her for face painting at
Encouragement, anything.
anything. She'll help you.
Yes, I
because
sure will.
It heals yourself to help
Help others, yes, yes.
And we'll be back in just
Thank
a
you so
moment with
much.
Kalyn Risker. Be back in a moment. Thank you so much.
This is a wonderful opportunity. I don't want to cry again.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Morning again. Welcome. Welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show right here on TV 33, WHPR, Comcast 20 in Detroit, Michigan. And I have a friend of the show here this morning, someone who's doing so much for the community and someone who was just honored, you hear me, honored by the White House and Vice President Biden and his wife in Washington, D.C. Good morning, Kalyn
Good
Risker.
morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I am great. And yourself?
Have you come down off that cloud?
No.
Why don't you well, first of all, Kalyn is the CEO of,
Sisters Acquiring Financial Empowerment. A lot of people refer to it as SAFE.
and tell us why you were in Washington.
I was in Washington, D.C. for a special reception at Vice President Biden's house. That was in honor of the 19th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act.
Totally wonderful.
Yes, it was. Yes,
Wow.
it was incredible. That, came right behind the fact that the senior advisor to Barack Obama, the President Barack Obama, Valerie Jarrett, wrote an
Right.
article in Essence Magazine. It's actually in this October edition of Essence Magazine around domestic violence and abuse. And so she talks about my story in the article. So,
Isn't that fabulous?
yes, it is. It's awesome.
Because you are a survivor.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I understand. I feel you more Everyone survived. I mean, so many of us.
Yes, most people have survived something in their lives.
Yes.
And so I'm
But
I'm glad to be
domestic
here.
abuse is
It's rampant in our community.
It's rampant. It's hard. It's hard because you're in the house with your abuser many times.
The one that you love and the one that you think or thought loved you. Possibly you have kids together. You were growing a life together.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
It's a challenge to transition from that. And it's a challenge to navigate it while you're even in it and you don't understand, why is this happening? So it's a lot of layers to domestic violence, and I just thank God that I'm no longer in it. It's been 15 years, which I didn't realize it was 15 years.
Absolutely.
Since my
I just have
situation.
survivors on this morning. Survivors
Awesome.
and people who help survivors. I told you this was going to be a community show this morning, and next weekend, you have something big happening. That's an annual event.
Yes. So the organization that I founded in 2006, is Safe Sisters Acquiring Financial Empowerment, is hosting our annual big event. We call it our Empowerment Weekend. So on Friday, October 11th, is a special event called Open for Business Conference. Safe's Open for Business Conference, opportunity, preparation, entrepreneurship, and networking. It's a full day from 9 to 3:30. Conference just for 100 survivors of domestic violence to help them to start their own business. How do you start your own business with nothing? So that's what we talk about, and safety issues and navigating through that process.
Well,
Completely free of charge.
with this, how do women get in touch?
Okay, so they should call us, and they can call 888-225-0326 to sign up. They can visit our website, newsafestart.org. Because of the nature of this conference, we're not advertising the location, so you definitely have to register in advance to find out where the location is. But we just received it's completely free of charge. The 1917 Bistro is going to provide breakfast, and Dabo has sponsored the lunch. So it's free breakfast, free lunch. Handbags of Hope is giving each woman a field handbag. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And last year, the purses that were given out, I saw a Kate Spade on the table. I was like, whoa, really high quality purses with everything a woman needs, in their purse for their day. And so we really, we give this thick binder of information, and it doesn't just stop with this conference. This is just like the kickoff for the year of you planning and thinking about what can you do with no money and with your hands and with your mind and what you have in you and resources.
See what Tanya did.
Exactly.
You see what she
Exactly.
did.
I was very inspired by that, and that's the type of thing that we talk about. And that so if you feel like, well, I need this or I need this degree or I need
Everybody
you don't.
has a talent.
Exactly.
Everybody has something that they can do that basically they could create a market for.
Yes, and I usually refer to it, everybody has a superpower is what I say.
Yes.
And so that's the first day. The second day is the first day is the Open for Business Conference. And then the second day is Safe's Health and Wealth Expo. And you might have
Tell
seen these
us
flyers.
all about that.
Okay, so this event, we're looking for over 1,000 people to come out to Wayne County Community College Northwest Campus. And I really stress the location because we had it in a different location for the last 5 years. So we've now partnered with WC3's Northwest Campus, which is on West Outer Drive in the Southfield Freeway. It's Saturday, October 12th from 10 to 4. It's completely free of charge. There is no catch. You come out. We're going to have free lunch that's sponsored by Whole Foods Detroit. Forgotten Harvest is providing a semi-truck full of grocery assistance. Detroit Medical Center, Sinai Hospital is doing medical health screens.
Really, like blood pressure and
Yes.
stuff? Oh.
Natural Touch Spa is providing free massages.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
We are also having 24 workshops. We have 5 different workshop tracks, and I thank you so much, Ms. Perryman, for your contribution and doing a workshop for this event. But the 24 workshops, we have different tracks literally for everyone on whatever level you're on. We have everything from
When
career.
you talk about level, explain that to my audience.
Okay, so level is you're starting out, you're trying to figure out where do you start. So I'm looking for a job, I need to learn how to start budgeting, I need to start getting some information about healthy eating.
I need to
how
get my head straight.
We have an inspiration track. We have information about breastfeeding and nursing support. We have a whole room for that. So we have all these different entrepreneurship. How do I start with that? To people who have started doing some of these things and are looking for the next step. So
Now,
grant writing
men
even
can come to this
Yes.
also.
This
See,
is
men,
open for
we're not
everyone.
cutting you out.
Nope, we want you to come. Free lunch, you can get you a massage, you can do all of that. Come to the workshops. This is to support the community. So our organization works with survivors of domestic violence throughout the year, but October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we believe that the whole community needs to be safe, needs to be healthier, needs to be stronger, and needs to manage their finances, especially during these economic times. So if we can help you to partner you with programs or resources that can help you save money, we don't want you to have to make a choice between being healthier and buying gas to get to work or buying a bus ticket. So if we can help you to find a way or figure out how to manage your money and your finances, to give you something to eat to sustain you through the day, to give you a new way to inspire you to stand up straighter, we feel that we're touching our entire community, and we're looking for our community to rally around each other
Now,
and support
a
each
man
other.
may say, well, why should I come? Besides getting that massage,
Right.
why should I come? You know, a lot of times you may know people who are being domestically abused.
Correct.
But you may know them, but they're not saying it.
Right.
You learn about it and about different signs and everything. This could be a sister.
Correct.
This could be a friend.
Yes. So we're having specific workshops in regards to domestic violence awareness, the signs, how you can talk to people, how you can help other people. This might have never happened to you, but maybe you see a neighbor, a church member, a coworker that needs some help. So we're having several workshops around domestic violence, but we're having 24 different workshops. So if you're not comfortable with that topic and you want to go to a grant writing workshop or something else, you will still get information about domestic violence awareness. We have the numbers and the hotlines, and you can visit our website. If you're not comfortable at that time, we're not trying to make anyone uncomfortable. The purpose of this is to spread awareness about domestic violence because it does affect 1 in 4 women. So it happens. And we
if
need
the shoe
men and
doesn't
women to
fit,
stand
don't
up.
wear it. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. This is health, wealth. This
Yes.
is not only, you don't have to be abused.
You do
to
not
go-
have to be
No,
abused.
not at all, because you want to be healthy. You want
Yes,
to live a
yes.
good life. A lot of times we have to change the way we're eating.
Exactly.
too.
And we want the abuse to stop. We want the cycle of abuse to
Right.
stop. So if you can get some information to help someone else,
And something
that's
to
such a
help
blessing.
heighten your self-esteem.
Exactly.
Because if your self-esteem is higher, there's certain things you will not tolerate
Exactly.
in your life. Isn't that right?
I think that if you're aware, because that's the thing, a lot of times people don't know the signs because you only know a domestic violence as the physical, mental, emotional, and not quite, what does mental and emotional abuse look like? So people aren't aware of what the signs are. So if you're aware, then you can stop it within yourself, but also talk to young boys, young girls, teenagers.
That's what I was getting ready to talk to you about, because while I was teaching, I had a teen domestic violence program that we toured the state with. And I really have to talk with you about that too, because this could be another component, because young women, this starts young.
Yes, it does. It can start young. I was 19 when I entered the relationship that I was in. So, and I was in it for 7.5 years.
Well,
so
it can start at 14.
It can
too,
start a
13,
lot younger than
because
that.
sometimes people, they imitate what they see.
And sometimes, there are a lot of predators out there that will try to,
Absolutely.
attract the younger girls. So in addition to the domestic violence component, this Health and Wealth Expo, we have grant writing workshops, financial budgeting. Gail Perry Mason is doing a workshop. I mean, we are so fortunate to get industry leaders such as yourself to come in and give these workshops and give this information completely free of charge. Everything is free. Just let people know. It's so many people in the community that are hurting in different areas. It's 24 different workshops. It's people that just need information, was curious about something. You don't have to stay all day. You could come drop into whatever workshop you want to come to. we just want to support. We really do. This is our big community event. And if you want more information, you don't have to register for Saturday. Saturday, October the 12th, you just come by.
And it starts at 10 a.m.
10 until 4 p.m. So it's all day. You don't have to stay all day. Come get the information you want. We have different tables of community partners that will give information. You please visit our website for more information. It's newsafestart.org. That's for both days, as well as our ongoing programs. You can find out information about Sisters Acquiring Financial Empowerment. We're on Facebook. It's newsafestart.org is the website, NEWSAFESTART. And our main number is 800-757-4919. That's 800-757-4919. The event number, the event hotline number is 888-225-0326.
Tell me this. Tell us about some of your sponsors besides Dabo and WC3.
Besides Dabo, W3C3, Verizon Wireless, Whole Foods Detroit, Sam's Club, the Southfield Club has been awesome. I mean, we have just some dynamic sponsors who have stepped up. The 1917 Bistro, they just came on board. We have a list of sponsors, actually. It's so many small and large businesses. Avima Design. My sister's a photographer. Her name is Maya Risker Photography. It's so many people that have small and large businesses that said, hey, I want to come in. I want to help with something. So I can help donate coffee, or I can help donate the T-shirts. We have awesome T-shirt designers.
They're going to be fitness classes.
Yes.
Giveaways.
Yes.
Free stuff.
Yes, there'll be some tickets given away. I mean, we just have really a $400 breast pump is given away. I mean, just literally something for everyone, for men, for women, for kids.
A breast pump for a new mother.
Yes.
Wow.
Because we're having a whole room to support nursing moms that may come,
Really?
as well as information
That's
around if
become
you're
the
interested
deal.
in
That's
that.
become the deal.
It
really.
is, but it's a way to save money. I mean, I did it. It was easy. It saved money, less hassle.
There'll be sample packs from various sponsors.
Yes.
My workshop is like at 10:15.
Yes.
And everything, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm giving away some gifts too.
Awesome.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Love
I am.
it.
So
We're even having a workshop on the Affordable Care Act, which I know a lot of people have questions, including myself. I have
Right.
questions. So
And understand. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. So, Kalyn, I can't wait.
I can't either.
This is well, first and foremost, let's do a quick review.
all right.
Open for business is next Friday, and they have to register.
Have to register. Just for survivors of domestic violence, 100. And you can register online, newsafestart.org. You could search Sisters Acquiring Financial Empowerment or call our hotline number, 888-225-0326. Day 2 is the huge event. Tell everyone. We're looking for 1,000 plus people to come out.
Screenings, fitness, workshops, lunch, all free to the community.
All free.
Lunch, that's how I used to get my kids to go somewhere. I say, they got food. But anyway,
I do the same thing.
But
And that's
it's
it.
going to be so informative.
Yes.
You'll be aware, and that's what we need to be.
Yes.
Aware and empowered.
And we always get a crowd, and we just need everyone to pass the word on that we're at a new location with our new community partner, WC3 Northwest Campus on West Outer Drive and the Southfield Freeway in Detroit, in the city. We want the community to come out. It's bus accessible, which was important to us that people could get here. So we need you to come out completely free of charge. Come out, help yourself, help your community. Let other people know about it. From 10 to 4, October the 12th on a Saturday.
Well, Kalyn, I want to say in front of everybody, congratulations
Thank you.
for being on the map and being honored in Washington, D.C. by the Vice President and his wife. What you're doing is so commendable, and I know it has taken a lot of sacrifice, too.
Yes, ma'am.
It has.
But it's been so worth
we
it.
applaud you. Bravo,
Oh,
bravo.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And everybody, join me this afternoon for Table Talk. We have a lot to discuss. A lot of news has broken out this week. And we have I think our social issue is going to deal with Belle Isle. I will see you soon.